Hello everyone, it's NotaNoobPat, and welcome to Perk Review. Today we're taking a look at the level 40 Steve Harrington perk, Second Wind. This perk is going to seem more complex than it really is. If you are still confused, as always, the video demonstration will help. To activate Second Wind, you will need to heal your teammates for the equivalent of one health state. This could be one consecutive full heal, or you can heal different survivors for different amounts as long as it adds up to one full heal. When the perk is activated and you are unhooked, you will be affected by the broken status effect for 30 seconds, which means you can't be healed back to the healthy state. At the end of the 30-second period, you will automatically be healed from the injured state to the healthy state unless you have already been downed. The pros are that you don't have to worry about being healed after you are unhooked, although this is probably more of a benefit for solo queue players. Then, this is a fixed 30-second heal. It will heal you in that time regardless if you are running around or mangled from Sloppy Butcher, for example. Then, it is a nice little counter to Nurse's Calling, just like Inner Strength. You get insta-healed so your aura won't be shown. The cons are that you could get hooked before you heal another survivor. That means you obviously won't get any use out of this perk. Speaking of which, even if you do have the opportunity to heal other survivors, this perk is good for 2 heals max a game, since you can only get unhooked twice before you are on your death hook. Then, it is always a possibility that you are downed within the 30-second period, in which case the perk will deactivate and you will get no benefit from it. Finally, viable alternatives exist, including just bringing a medkit or Nancy's perk, Inner Strength. Let's get into our video demonstration. I will be pointing out the perk icon in the perk window often, as it is very key to understanding how Second Wind works. You can see here that I heal a teammate for 60% of a health state. In the perk window, you can also see that the perk icon will become 60% filled. I'm going to heal another 20%, and the perk icon will update to 80% filled. Then finally, I will heal the remaining 20%, and the perk will become fully lit, signifying that Second Wind is activated. The killer is going to hook me while Second Wind is active. When my teammate unhooks me, the 30-second timer is going to begin and I will be broken for the duration of this period. At the end of the 30 seconds, I will go from being hurt to fully healed. When you are unhooked, you will get the broken status effect in the bottom left-hand corner, meaning that you can't be healed. Then, you will see that it disappears when you are fully healed from this perk. You are able to track the 30 seconds by looking at the perk icon in the perk window that will rotate clockwise until you are healed. Let's get into our video examples. In this first game, we are going to see the good and the bad. First, I have already healed 60 to 70% of a health state when I heal up this Nia from the dying state. I'm going to try to heal a little bit afterwards to get my Second Wind activated, but as you can see, she runs off and I am left with a little sliver remaining. Unfortunately, the killer downs and hooks me before I can get any more healing done, and this perk doesn't activate on the first hook. Now, later on in the game, I am hooked, but my Second Wind is already activated, meaning I will be healed. You can see that the timer is spinning, and I know a heal is coming. I am frantically trying to open the door while still broken and waiting for the heal from this perk. The Huntress misses her first hatchet, but with my teammate body blocking, I'm going to stick to the door and finish it, but this Huntress's hatchet still finds a way through. Fortunately, right before it lands on me, my Second Wind heals me, and I'm able to make it out. I'm going to go through it again, but this time in slow motion. You can see in the perk window that Second Wind is almost done healing me when the clip starts. I am healed from Second Wind while the hatchet is mid-air, and I am healed just before it hits. Second Wind made a game-winning play here. In my next game, I activate Second Wind very early on in the game, and I'll be ready to go when I am hooked. After being unhooked by my teammate, the clown is going to come near us, but he appears to be focused on my other teammate. I could have been in trouble if me and this teammate were trying to heal right after the unhook or right behind this jungle gym, but instead, Second Wind is healing me, and I can go for the unhook instead and be healed up. Then, I'm able to activate my Second Wind for the second time this game as I heal the Kate directly after the unhook. In this next game, I activate my Second Wind very early on. I am facing a Legion with Sloppy Butcher. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about being mangled since I know I'm going to get a 30-second automatic heal, so my healing time won't really be extended. When I am unhooked by a teammate, I use this perk as a time saver. Instead of being immediately slow healed because of Sloppy Butcher, I decide to hop on a generator with my teammates and we eventually complete it. Obviously, during this time period, I am also healed by Second Wind. A bit later in the game, I finish off a heal on another survivor to complete my Second Wind activation. When I am unhooked this time, I decide to book it since the killer is close, and I head to a generator that is across the map. Right after I end up getting to this generator, I am healed by the perk and I end up finishing the final generator. My teammate opens the door and we are all out. I didn't have to worry about finding time to be healed while mangled from Sloppy Butcher, and I used the time I saved to complete generators. However, not everything is perfect with this perk. I know it is unlikely that any of you have been wowed by this perk except the Huntress example, and the rest of these clips are not going to help. Here, I'm going to unhook this Jane, and I chase after her, trying to heal her and activate my Second Wind. I'm going to run a half marathon behind her, but she still won't let me heal her, and what does this player do? They self-care for a millisecond even though I'm right there, and you know what this means. Even though I complete the rest of the heal on this Jane, there is still a sliver left of this Second Wind, and I end up being hooked before I can activate this perk. Then, the 30 seconds can last quite a bit for this perk to activate, especially when you consider that this is longer than a normal heal, a Sloppy Butcher heal, or Inner Strength. This can be costly if you are being camped on the hook, or the killer finds you within the 30 seconds. I am unhooked by Claudette, but I guess the Freddy had enough of me and decides to chase me right after the unhook. Unfortunately, I'm going to get hit while vaulting this window, and Second Wind doesn't heal me before this point, so I go down and the perk deactivates. I think you've seen enough evidence, so let's give this perk a grade. Second Wind is a 2.5 out of 10. Yes, healing perks are valuable, but this one is only semi-reliable since numerous things can get in the way of this perk activating, such as being hooked before you heal someone for a full health state. That being said, you don't have to worry about being healed right after an unhook since you know your heal is going to come 30 seconds later, so you can use this time to run away and get to a generator or go for an unhook. That being said, if you are worried about healing, this perk can only activate a maximum of 2 times. I would recommend using a medkit or running Inner Strength, which came out with Nancy in the same DLC. I promise it is a much better perk, so I would go check out the Inner Strength perk review. There's not much to Second Wind. Yes, healing perks are good, but I think this is the worst one in the game. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave it a like. If you want to check out more perk review, make sure to look for the links in the description and visit my channel to subscribe. I also stream twice a week on Twitch if you want to stop by. Take it easy.